All right, everyone, welcome back. This is Dr. Ryan Sousley. If you missed the last episode in the 6 steps to balancing hormones, you missed some really important stuff. We talked about how to address predominantly female issues like PMS, mood swings, hot flashes, thyroid issues, and even fertility. On this episode, you're going to discover how to increase lean muscle mass and get shredded by applying a certain type of exercise principle that's probably opposite of what you've learned in the past. So this is step number 3 in the 6 steps to balancing hormones naturally. And this episode is all about how to increase lean muscle mass and get shredded by applying a health principle, an exercise principle that's probably opposite of what you've been taught in the past. And what most of us have been taught in the past is that the more exercise that we do, the better it is for your body. And that's actually not true. When it comes to increasing lean muscle mass and decreasing fat, it's all about hormone balance. And it's all about balancing or increasing the right hormones like testosterone and human growth hormone and decreasing the wrong ones, which in this case would be cortisol. And so I want to talk to you about 2 main things that's going to help you accomplish that. Number 1 is applying something that's called high-intensity interval training. It's something that's been done by athletes for centuries, but most of us, it's something that's totally different than what we've been taught. We've been taught to spend an hour on a treadmill or an hour on a bike or the elliptical or in the pool, but it's totally different. It's short duration, high-intensity interval training. And what that does is it increases your body's natural hormones that increase lean muscle mass, increase metabolism, and decrease cortisol. So doing something like 20-second bursts, so something that we do in our office for patients is we do something called max T3, but it's by applying this principle that elicits those hormone responses. So for example, you could pick something like push-ups or sprints. We've even done body squats in a hotel room. If you have stairs, I always say if you have stairs, you're ready to exercise because you could do a whole lot of stuff on stairs. But you want to pick a couple of movements that you enjoy, that you're capable of doing, and then do 20 seconds of basically as hard as you can go. You want to reach between 80 and 100% of your maximal heart rate. And you want to go 20 seconds hard and then take a break for 20 seconds. 20 seconds hard, take a break for 20 seconds. And what that's going to do is it's going to spike those hormones that increase lean muscle mass, decrease cortisol. Whereas the opposite is true with long duration, low intensity exercise. It's kind of ironic actually. You guys may have seen the people at the gym that they're there every morning for an hour on the elliptical or on the treadmill and they work out for the whole hour and yet their body type never really changes and it's because of hormone balance. What happens when you do that long duration, low intensity exercise, your body actually starts to release cortisol, which is your body's stress hormone. And it's kind of funny that cortisol over time actually increases belly fat and hip and thigh fat. So if you want more of that, stick to the treadmill. If you want to get shredded, increase lean muscle mass, do this high intensity interval training. And the other thing that happens when you do this is it increases your metabolism. One of the most important ways or one of the keys to becoming shredded and having a high metabolism is to get your body to work for you while you've stopped working out. And what's interesting is that research shows that when you do like an hour on the treadmill, for instance, your body will continue to burn fat and calories for up to about 4 hours later. So obviously, that's way better than just sitting on the couch. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you shouldn't go out there and exercise and do those things for endurance. I do those things too. I train for Ironman and triathlon. I love that type of stuff. But I also make sure to incorporate a lot of high-intensity interval training at the same time. And so you get about 4 hours of what we call afterburn after doing that type of exercise. But what's cool is research shows that doing as little as 6 minutes of high-intensity interval training, like we're talking about today, the 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off, you'll elicit an afterburn response that lasts for up to 36 hours later. So you can do the math, an hour of exercise for 4 hours of gain, or afterburn, or 6 minutes of exercise as hard as you can for 36 hours of afterburn. Hopefully this helps you guys. This is step number 3. Stay tuned to the next episode where we're going to be talking about how to prevent and even help reverse certain types of cancer through balancing your hormones.